Okay, I need to put some programs on this calculator. This is my TI-84, and you can see if I press the program key, it doesn't have any programs. So I'm going to need some neat programs. Let me go over to New Program, Create a Program, and I'm going to give it a name. Oh, let's see. Good name for this program would be something like, since it's this one's going to be a prime tester. It's going to tell me whether or not the number I put in it is a prime. So I think I'll just call this program Isprime. E-Q-R-I-M-E. Isprime. And it's going to tell me whether or not it is prime. So that'll be the name. Now, on the first line of the program, I need this program to ask me for a number. So I'm going to go over here to the input-output menu, that's I/O, and I need it to prompt a number. I think I'll call that number N. Okay, and so that's, oops, not that, but the letter N. There we go. That's the first thing the program needs to do. It needs to ask for an N. And then go over to the program menu. Now I'm going to select this function, this for function. Now, for as long as some number named A, which I'm going to set to begin at 2, and it's going to go from 2 all the way up until, now for this one I need to do the catalog, so I'm going to hit second 0, and I'm going to go down here to the letter I, and I need to find this integer function. There we go. And so that int parentheses, that means for as long as the integer part, that means the whole number part of the computation that it's about to happen. So I need to find the integer parts. So let me see. Now I'm going to do a square root. And so there it is. The integer part of the, where's that N? We're using the number N. There we go. Okay, there we go. So for as long as the number A, which starts at 2 and goes all the way up to the integer part of the square root of N. N is the number that I put in, right? I'm only going to go up to the square root of N. Since for prime testing, I only need to test the primes up to less than or equal to the square root of N. So that int, that's actually the floor function. That's the floor of the square root of N. So I'm going to go from beginning with 2 all the way up to that integer just below the square root of N. Then the test that it's going to do is, it's going to do if. Actually, but it's going to do this other special test, was it's going to be if not. Let me see, where do I find that one? Is that one down here with I, or do I just put in the not? Oh, I think I just put in the not. That's what it is. Yeah. So let's go back for my program, which I'm editing. Here it is. So I need to get the if function, and now I need the logical not. That's over here with, where is that one located? That one, the not function. Is it here? Is it, oh, by the way, that's the int part again, numerical. I forget, where do I get that nice not function? Maybe it's also in the catalog. Go down here to the not, oops, oops, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oops. So if the following does not happen, so that's why I need not. Let me go select, probably the catalog will have it. So second 0, let's go down to the ends and let's find not. There it is. Okay. If the following does not happen, if what I'm going to say is if the fractional part of a certain divisor, if it's not a fraction. So let's go, now I'm going to do another catalog, second 0. This time I'm looking for something that starts with F. F. I'm looking for the fractional part, F part. There we go. Okay. And the division I'm going to do is with that number N that I'm using. Where's the N? There it is. N divided by A. There we go. And close it, close it. Okay. What this is saying is if when I divide that N by A, it's not a fractional part, that means it would be composite, right? If I do the division and I don't get a fraction, then it would be composite. So that's when I want it to display. So then, if that happens, then I go over here. Then logic is then, If that happens, then let me see, then I need to input output. It's going to display something. What's it going to display? It's going to display A right there, because that's the number. A is the number that I'm testing, beginning at 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, all the way up into the square root of n. And it's going to stop, and it's going to display the last number that it tests, which will be the one that it would have done the division if it is composite. And then it's also going to display something. It's going to tell me, oh, by the way, that was composite. So let me just tell it exactly that. So I'm going to display the word composite. For this I need quotes, and so I'm looking for those little quotes. Where did those little quotes go? There they are, right above the plus. Display composite. C O M P O. There's the S. S I T and E. There we go. Display composite. If you want to abbreviate yours and just call it comp, whatever you like. So I want mine to display composite. And then at that point I also want the program to stop if that has happened. So I go over here to the controls, and so I'm going to input the stop function. And then that part will end. And so here's the end. So it's going to end the if the for, it's going to end the if not part, and then it's also going to end that for loop, that logical for, and so I'm going to end that. And then what I want to display now, so if it gets to the second end, that means that it didn't get composite. So it got to the second end, and I needed to display something. I needed to display the last number tested, and I'm going to know then that it's going to be a prime number. And the highest number tested, it's going to tell me the highest number tested. So I'm going to display something. I'm going to display A minus 1, because it will have already gone to the next day. I want to know the one right before it. So I'm going to display A minus 1, and then I'm also going to display something. I want it to tell me, okay, that's prime. So here goes. Let's see, where's the quotes? There it is. And P R I M E, and close it. Okay, and that's the program. Okay, let's see if it works. So I quit out of this. There it is. I go to programs and I just hit enter, execute, enter. There it is. Name. So n equals what? It's telling me, it's asking me for a number. Let's try one that I know to be composite. 24. Oops. Error syntax. Uh-oh, I put in something wrong in my program. Let's see where I did it. If not. Let's see, what did I do? Did I leave an extra space there? Let's take away that space. If not, let's see if that fixes it. Do the program again, 24. Hey, that fixed it. Yep. So it ran the program. Let me show you again. If, let's try the number 49. It tests 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When it gets up to 7, it says, oh, it's not a fractional part. That means 7 did divide it, and it tells me composite. Stop. But how about something like the number 61? That one's prime. It tested 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It got up to, and it goes up to the square, the one number less than equal to the square root of 61. So it's not going to test 8, because that's greater than the square root of 61, right? That's 8 is the square root of 64, so it's not even going to go up to that one. So it gets up to 7, and it says, okay, none of those gave a composite, therefore 61 is prime. So that's a really nice prime tester.